All right. So the first template is this divorce lawyers for dad template. And I'm going to do a quick read through on it and then talk to you about what I like and what I don't like, and then how I get into the space. So divorce isn't always friendly to fathers. The family court system tends to favor mothers in divorce and custody situations. Fathers who are about to start divorce proceedings, who are facing the possibility of having their children withheld from them, or who are on the receiving end of domestic violence accusations need to enlist the help of a law firm that understands the unique legal struggles fathers face. There's a hint there that I'm taking a deep breath. Okay. We create a customized legal plan for each client and treat each case like it's our only case. We understand the risks involved for fathers. We take our job very seriously because we have been in your shoes. So immediately I know a couple of things. These lawyers are dads. These lawyers have experienced this pain, but as a father potentially going through divorce, they feel so alone. So what I would immediately do is reach into the bucket of that person, that father who is going through a divorce or about to go through a divorce or in the middle of an ugly divorce, and let them know they're not alone. And that's, I want to speak to them individually. So fathers facing divorce, you are not alone. Now, it says something in the template about the court system favors mothers, and that is absolutely true. But dads don't automatically have to lose in court. And even though women seem to win the custody battles, it doesn't have to be that way. So what I would do is I would reframe the wording of that paragraph or that sentence. And by the way, I like to work in paragraphs, not in big chunks of text. And the reason is it's way easier for the consumer to digest what you're trying to deliver to them. So in this case, dads don't automatically lose in divorce court. The women seem to win custody battles. It doesn't have to be that way. Now it mentions the possibility of having their children withheld from them. By the way, remember, this is a template. So a template is a framework or a structure. It doesn't mean you copy, paste, use the template as is. By the way, this template, when I'm done, will literally be a copy, paste, use as is, change out the law firm name, because that's the way I write when I write things. But in general, I want you to understand that a template is a foundational piece. It is something for you to look at for inspiration, for motivation, for ideas. And then you take that idea and you riff off of it. So it says here, they're facing the possibility of having children withheld, meaning taken away from them. And so to me, withholding something and taking something away are two very different things. And there's a lot less emotion with withholding, right? We pay withholding tax. We are withholding a secret from someone. But having something taken away feels so much more aggressive, so much more personal, like an attack. So I like words like taken away. So in this case, the courts can't simply take away your kids and award custody to the mother. Okay, you have rights and need a law firm that knows how to navigate the murky waters of divorce and family law. So what it's doing is it's starting out talking to the dad, getting his attention because he feels so alone in this world as he's about to go through this horrible proceeding, knowing that he's not necessarily going to lose in court. It doesn't have to be the way that everybody says it is. And the courts don't have the right to just take your kids away. And there's somebody here who can help you navigate all this. So immediately I'm handling the stress, the challenge, and giving him some relief very quickly. So immediately I'm going through this because I want to get this dad to go, oh, these guys might be able to help me. Now, we get into the kind of what I call the boring part of the ad. And the part where I took a deep breath in my readback of the ad was because it was not just a run-on sentence. There was a lot of information being dropped on me in one chunk. So I like to break that stuff up a little bit. So in this case, like at firm name, right? We're gonna go generic. We map out a strategic plan. Divorce court is like a war room. So you're going to map out something strategic, right? It feels like a battle because it is, at least to the dad. It feels that way. strategically planning is very important. So at firm name, we map out a strategic plan for each client individually because we know the subtleties of divorce proceedings can have lifelong consequences on the kids. Sorry, I'm trying to go fast because I'm watching the time at the same time. Now, to me, sealing the deal is letting them know that, hey, we've been here. We're dads too. So for me, the ending would be, we've been here. We've been where you are. We're dads too. Tap this message to protect your kids and preserve your rights. That is a template for divorce lawyers.
I hate you. I just feel so stupid sometimes. Okay. I want to draw one conclusion. I know we don't have a lot of time because we got 5 that we want to get through today, but there was something masterful that you did in here. And the compare and contrast is, if you're a new copywriter, when people talk about fear of loss, okay, most of the time the checkers move, meaning the one that's not the right move, is where it says the courts can't simply take away your kids. Most people would say, did you know, or like, the courts can take you away like, they would go into the fear of loss, like tell that person, you might lose your kids, you might lose your kids. This was implied copy. And this was, to his point, he implied that he had a solution, and that just, the courts can't simply take away your kids. That one line is like, here's some relief, because I know this has been a stress on your brain. And because I said that, I implied that I have the solution to making that go away. Correct. So it's the chess move. It's making the move that gives relief instead of incites fear, right? And I think most of the time people try and feed off of this fear in their ad copy. And this, to me, the relief, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go opposite of whatever the psychological battle is. I gotta solve the problem in my copy, not agitate it, because we hear about agitating it, right? But you didn't agitate the pain point. You relieved it. You built confidence in that step.
Because the father that's going through a divorce is already getting served a bunch of ads, because obviously, data being what it is today, everybody knows everything you're doing and where you're searching and like how you're getting around things. And if they don't have iOS data, they're going to go broad and they're going to find you, right? So at that point, I don't need to agitate someone who's already emotionally distraught. Like, why agitate versus identify, call out that individual, and then give them resolution.